Hey, what's up, indie music lovers? Welcome back to Envert the podcast. I'm your host, Flisadam. We're back, we're better, and we brought a bunch of new friends. In this episode of Envert the podcast, I had a chance to chat with actor, rapper, singer, multi-instrumentalist, and star of All American Dexter Kelly. During our conversation, we discussed EPs, Thanks to You, and Quit Playing Games. We also discussed his serendipitous start in acting by way of his notable past, his love for music, creating within community, his walk in faith, and so much more. Check out our full conversation here. So thank you so much for taking the time out to chat with us. We really do appreciate it. Before we even dive into, because we have two projects that dropped this year, not just one, so you've been quite busy in the studio. I found it very, very interesting that music and being a musician wasn't even your first entry into the arts. You actually was going to pursue sports first. So could you tell me about that?
Yeah, so I was athlete my whole life. I grew up playing sports. So that was kind of always, my identity. But I was kind of always, that athlete that was interested in art and other things, rather than just sports. Because I just felt like, being an athlete, they kind of trying to trap you in a box of you're an athlete, you should just do this and that, and I was kind of always the one that was interested in other stuff. So I grew up playing sports my whole life. I went to college at the University of Oregon and the University of Texas San Antonio, played Division I football. So yeah, that was, my mentality has always been from an athletic background. So I appreciate it because it makes me competitive in the sport of music, and because it is a sport in its own way. Um, so it's always given me a competitive nature, a great work ethic in terms of my approach and everything I do in the music world now. So
That's so interesting. And I remember you saying something like you keep your athletic training in mind because as a musician,
hmm
you have to remain coachable. So what exactly did you mean by that? Because
right.
it's a very interesting take to pursue and apply when you're going forward in as an independent artist.
Right. Yeah. So, just from like being in the studio, right? So say I'm in the studio, I'm with it's just me and my engineer, and we're working on a song or whatever the project is we're working on. I have to be open to taking advice, whether it's just getting advice from my engineer or whoever's vocal producing me or the other writers in the room, and just being accepting that I don't know everything, that I have a lot to learn in this field. Especially when I first started, just trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can from other artists I've worked with, from different engineers, producers, and allowing them to teach me to bring out the best in me, which is what the goal is, to produce the best product, to produce the best art. And I can't do that if I think I'm knowing everything. Just like when I was on the football field and I had a coach and he's telling me, okay, you doing this good, but you need work in this, and different techniques and strategies on how to get the best out of me. So I'm thankful for that experience because now it does help me in terms of my art and music as well. So
I love that, especially because you are 3 years into your career, so that mindset will definitely do you justice. And we've seen that it's been doing you justice so far. Um,
right.
Before we even transition to the music, because we have two projects to talk about, do you
hmm
think that it was serendipitous that you ended up on All American given your background?
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how that works. That was pretty full circle. Um, being a football player, it was kind of the way that opportunity came to me too was just it was just, yeah, like I said, it was just really full circle because I wasn't really expecting to get into acting off of my when I first came into the entertainment industry. It was something I wanted to pursue, but I didn't really know how I was going to. And that opportunity came, and it was just a perfect match. And so that's actually led to other opportunities too into the sports and acting world as well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling because it's allowed me to continue, to live my sports dream as well. Um, Even though I'm not actually playing at a professional level. So
I love that. I know behind the scenes, because most times we see athletes, they have like a playlist or they have music that they're bumping
mhm,
as they get ready for the game. So were you able to like
right.
share your music with any of your castmates and give them like an early listen to your stuff? Because it seemed like such a creative environment.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was definitely able to I was definitely able to relate to the other guys on set as well. It was actually pretty cool, when I was on set and I met some other artists as well that I could relate to that were along the same journey as being former athletes, now independent artist or signed artist or whatever in that nature. So it's cool to have friends in that realm, that you can talk to about past experiences and relate to now. We're both making music. So yeah, it was a pretty cool experience, honestly.
I love that. So let's talk about the music. So you released two EPs this year. Of course, Thank
Mm-hmm,
You in February, and then you have now Quit Playing Games now in September. So much time. Well, we're talking about in music,
mm-hmm,
right? Everyone is dropping projects so frequently, but there was so much time in between
mm-hmm,
that first project in February and then the second project now. What did you learn during the process? Because the first one, you had much more songs and it seemed like you
mm-hmm.
focused on showcasing yourself as an individual rather than jumping into collaborations. Whereas in the second project, you have a few collaborations. So what was that journey like going from the first project to the second?
Um, Honestly, I learned a lot in terms of, being an independent artist. People aren't gonna just straight up listen to a whole album from me off, just because I'm not they don't know me yet. So it's taught me to, I have to kind of spoon feed them and allow them into my life, into this journey that they have with me. In increments, right? I feel like if I give them too much too soon or at all at one time, they might not be able to digest it as well. So between those projects, I've dropped singles in order to get them ready for future projects and EPs. But I definitely have learned how to just promote myself at a high level and understand that I have to put myself out there, and really just not be afraid of what that looks like. You know what I mean, in terms of promoting myself, self promotion, pushing my stuff, people in the DMs or all over my social media, and yeah, just having no fear in that. So like I said, that first project was a few more songs, and that's I kind of put that project out. Um, it's some songs that I've made in the past, and I feel like I've dropped them and wanted to put them on certain projects and like kind of group it in order of like the vibe of the project, of the feelings, of the emotions. And so trying to just categorize that rather than making sure it's cohesive, right? And wanting to express myself in that way. So
And that's such an interesting take because most times when you first initially enter the industry, you have so much to say. So,
mhm,
second project, Quit Playing Games, which I love, by the way. And I
thank you.
had
Hmm.
that insight of why you chose to go with two songs. So
Hmm.
let's talk about Quit Playing Games because we know from your first EP to now, Quit Playing Games, you're a lover boy. So let's talk
Right.
about the vulnerability on the project
Hmm.
and how you navigated that space. And sonically, both projects still have that theme of romance and love and heartbreak, but they sound so differently. And that could be attributed to your background as a multi instrumentalist. So, what was the inspiration going into because you were going to be conducting
Um,
so much?
right, right. So. I feel like the title is kind of self-explanatory. Quit playing games. It's kind of talking about you know relations in terms of a girl that I might be pursuing, and she's playing games, right? And it's like I know you want me, but you playing, and it kind of just kind of gives you a view into my love life right now, and trying to navigate that and figure out what I actually want, and what type of yeah, just what type of emotions that brings, and kind of trying to figure out, is it uh is it me that's playing, or is it her that's playing, right? It's kind of goes back and forth. So um it's cool because yeah, what I love about music, it allows me to express myself and be vulnerable in ways that I might not know how to articulate in the fullest form, maybe in my relationships. But the music allows me to kind of put that out there, and allow me to express how I'm actually feeling, or how I've felt in the past about certain women and whatnot. So
And one of the things that I love the most about the project is written from two different perspectives. So can you
hmm
talk about the collaborators, because you've always been so keen on showcasing that um as an independent artist, sometimes it can feel lonely when you're entering this and you're trying to like navigate the industry because it is a business. Um
hmm
always said that you have such a great support system around you as far as other musicians, other songwriters,
right.
producers. So going into this, I would love to hear like what was the collaborative process, and did you even have the chance to showcase your musicianship because you play so many instruments?
Right. So yeah, you know I like to collab with artists because I like the versatility of the contrast of having another voice, another perspective, and especially if it can blend together in a way that makes the final piece just sound more appealing and give them more interest versus even when I'm on myself, when I'm by myself on a track, I try to even switch up my voice and just give it like that contrast where so they're not getting bored. And yeah, I feel like, I always love collaborating with artists. I feel like that is the most fun part to me because it just allows you to one, it allows you to learn and see how others I love to see how others create and their creative process because it inspires me, you know what I mean? And so I might be doing a song with somebody and not necessarily know where I want the song to go. And they might give me inspiration in order, okay, this I had an idea for this, he had an idea for that. Let's put it together and see um what we can come out in the final form that is the best product, that the people that can relate to. So I might have a perspective on something, they might have a perspective on something, and when you put it together, it's a story, so it's a beautiful thing to be able to collab with people.
This episode is being brought to you by the Indie Bible. The Indie Bible offers affordable music promotion for artists of all genres. For 20 years, the Indie Bible has helped independent artists with music promotion, getting radio airplay, distribution, radio promotion, and much more. The Indie Bible features the most comprehensive music business directory with over 1,500 pages, organized into 16 sections sorted by genre and geographic location, featuring radio stations, booking agencies, and more. The Indie Bible will help you to gain worldwide exposure across the US, Canada, UK, Europe, Australia, Asia, and everywhere else, all on a limited budget. To grab the latest edition of the Indie Bible, click the link in our description below. So, were you able to showcase, because you said you use different dialects and different cadences and showing off
hmm
your ability to rap and sing? Did we get
hmm
did we get some musicianship on this project?
No, I didn't play. I didn't actually play any instruments on this. I got to beat some producers I know, but um yeah, I guess I like to I'm very specific on the sounds and the beats I like to like to rap or sing on. Um, I always, when I hear beats, I always have to hear my voice on them before I'm like, okay, like let's run with that. It has to be a certain sound or certain feeling that that I'm confident in, in order for me to actually get on that beat. So it's I've gone through thousands of beats and hearing all type of sounds, and I really appreciate producers, and I don't actually play as many instruments as I used to, but I think that has helped me to understand the sounds and knowing what I want to hear on each of my songs, each of my projects. So
I love that. And of course, you're still
mhm.
growing as an artist, and you talk about
Right.
the expansion of your sound. And one
Hmm.
thing that I love the most is that you said that you're allowing yourself to figure it out. And
Hmm.
I think a lot of times we put pressure, we as a listening audience put pressure on a newer artist to come out the gate with a concept, to come out the gate with a brand, to come out the gate with a strategy.
Right.
Could you speak more to that? Because a lot of independent artists, I'm sure, would be encouraged by that.
Yeah. I The biggest thing for me is like don't overthink it. Do what feels right. Do what you think sounds good. And if the people like it, then you love it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't put yourself in a certain lane without trying different sounds, different vibrations. I'm really big on being versatile because like I don't know what sound is the right sound, be right. I don't get to choose that. The people get to choose that. My listeners get to choose that. So they might like one style of Dexter Kelly, and somebody else might like this style of Dexter Kelly, but if I don't put it out and see what people like, I'll never know myself, and it allows me to express my creativity and have that freedom to, continue to try stuff. I feel like when I try new beats and different sounds, it allows me to grow, because I won't know what sounds good if I don't try it, right? And I always felt like my favorite artists are always super versatile, and then like you can hear them on different speeds with different artists and stuff. And I always love that about music, because it allows you to step into different realms of yourself, um in terms of the production, in terms of the lyrics, and express yourself in different ways that you might not be able to if I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna rap on this type of beat every time, and try to just push this. It's like that's not as fun to me. I gotta have fun with it. So I like to challenge myself. So that's where that comes from.
And we see that you're having fun with it because
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
want to continuously discover more and you're eager to expand. We see that
Right.
in the amount of time that you're spending in the studio, clearly because you have two projects out. So speaking of the project,
Right.
got visuals, of course, for Thanks to You. Are we going to get visuals for Quit Playing Games?
Yes. Yes. You definitely are in the next. Probably in the next week or so. Yeah, they're on the way. I got some dope visuals coming, so it would allow to tell the story and just give you, be able to put your face to my voice. I feel like that's really important, right? In branding yourself and allowing people to know you and your personality. So there is some visuals on the way. Yes. Hmm.
Awesome. I love to hear that. And I know that this is way too forward to ask, but I'm going to jump out there because you're such a
Hmm.
worker bee and you have so many projects out right now. Do you have plans for more, or in 2025 are we going to chill?
No, 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 no. There's no chill right now. There's no chill right now. I got so much music I'm ready to drop. And it's just about me organizing it and getting all the little stuff in order. People think, you just make a song, you can put it out, and there's so much behind the scenes that goes into it, the cover art, the business side of things, and getting the right content and understanding, what the story is, what you want the aesthetic to be. So it's just really on me, and being, pre-productive in terms of organizing, what songs I want to drop. And honestly, that goes back to me just like overthinking, right? And not putting stuff out because I don't know exactly what it's gonna look like. But I feel like, if you don't just do it, you'll never learn and know how to do it better the next time. So there's definitely a lot of more music on the way for me. Got some singles I'm gonna be releasing the rest of this year. Maybe another EP. We'll see what we got in store and how it just flows. Um, and yeah, like I said, just having fun with it, not overthinking it, and continuing to push myself. I'm in the studio all the time. Every week, almost every day, if not every day, every other day. Just trying stuff and pushing myself. So I'm excited to share, and show people the other parts of Dexter Kelly. I've been giving a lot of the Lover Boy. I got some rap stuff I'm gonna be dropping. Got some other collabs and features, I'm excited about. And so yeah, there'll be a lot more for you guys to continue to get to know me. So.
And you said, and my ears perked up when you said a lot more collaborations.
Oh
Right
yeah.
now, as a native of Pasadena, and right now you're based in LA.
Mm-hmm.
California is on fire right now. It's so many projects dropping.
Yeah.
Artists are in a really collaborative, unified energy. Is there
Mm-hmm.
any kind of hometown heroes and any Cali natives that you have your eye on for a collaboration?
Uh, Off the top of my head, oh man, that's tough because there's so many. I'd have to think about that before I just name some because I don't want to name somebody and leave somebody off because we have so many talented artists from my city, from my county, and which I love because it's a lot of competition, but it's a beautiful thing because it allows us to represent our city, our region, and show the world what we can do. Because as big as the artists we have, we're so slept on. We're so creative. We're so versatile. So, and also pushing the boundaries in terms of being from that part of the world, but also experimenting with sounds that might not be specifically from there or just we're known for, what I'm saying, like pushing those boundaries of being from LA, but I'm trying these different sounds that might not be from, what I mean. So I'm excited for that and to show people that we aren't just you can't just put us in a box of, oh, he's from there, this is the type of music he's gonna make. I'm gonna do it all. So.
I love that. And I mean, I'm excited to see what comes next because you already said that they're a collaboration. So I'm sure there's
Hmm.
somebody that you just can't tell us quite yet. But
Right. It's in the works.
so now you're celebrating 30-year anniversary as an independent artist. And
Hmm.
if there was a message you could give to yourself by next year, the end of next year, what
Hmm.
would you tell your future self?
I would tell my future self, keep going hard, keep trusting God, keep believing in yourself. You got to believe in you. If you don't believe in you, nobody's going to believe in you. You know what I'm saying? So continue to love on yourself, believe in yourself, do what, chase your dreams. Don't let nobody talk you out of your dreams. Life is so short, it's so precious. And, you're going to look back years from now and be happy that you went hard, be happy that you believed what God put in your heart, to continue to express yourself, to create. We all put here as creators. So I wouldn't be doing myself. I wouldn't be staying true to myself if I didn't continue to make music, to drop, to just express. So I'm thankful for this opportunity. I'm thankful for the talent, that God gave me. So I would just tell my future self, man, just keep going hard, keep going hard.
Awesome. Well, listen, we look forward to everything that you have coming up, especially with the visuals for the project and for what's next to come. You have
Hmm.
our continued support here and keep going. Like you said, you got this and you have support in us.
Thank you so much. It was so great to meet you and chat with you.
It was great talking with you too. I'm really looking forward to following your journey. I love that
Yes.
you continue to maintain your faith because this industry can certainly shake you.
Oh yeah. It definitely can. That's why you gotta stay grounded. You gotta stay humble. You gotta stay grounded. You gotta stay true to, yourself and not let all that else, what you hear about the industry, cool and all that, all the other stuff. You gotta stay true to you. So
Awesome. Well, we're wishing the best for you, and we can't wait to see those visuals.
thank you so much. Yes, they on the way.